You are tuned into Kids.
In the pit.
Hey guys, it's Gabe from the Kids Pit podcast. Today I'm being joined by Ray Mazzola from Full Blown Chaos and Brick by Brick. Thanks so much for joining me.
Very nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me on.
Yeah. So I met you a couple times. The most recent time was last year when Brick by Brick played in DC with Hoods. Brick by
Hoods,
Brick,
yes.
you sang in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, what do you do in Full Blown Chaos?
Same thing. Still singing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So write the majority of the lyrics. I throw my hands in there for musical ideas and content. So, but mostly vocals and making people upset. So that's my job in the band.
It works.
Yeah.
All right. So I do vocals in a band with the word chaos in the name too, World of Chaos, and
Yeah.
we're playing with Full Blown Chaos and Brick by Brick on Valentine's Day in Manalapan, New Jersey, and we're excited to open that show. It should be awesome, but it's gonna be a Chaos Sandwich because we're opening and you guys are headlining. So
That's one full sandwich. That's going to be great. I'm excited
yeah,
for it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely
you gotta do
ooh,
double duty that night.
double duty. So vocals with Brick by Brick and vocals with Full Blown, and it's two different sets of muscles, two different vocal styles. So it I've done it before. It's challenging to not burn yourself out and kind of switch to different breathing patterns and different style. I mean, it's still all aggressive vocals, but uh, you'll see. It's a little different to do back to back. Just to separate, the genre. Both heavy, but with full blown, definitely a different set of breathing, different set of muscles.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
I
be
did
fun.
that. I did something like that recently, but only 15-minute sets because I'm in a death metal band. It's basically like the side joke project of World of Chaos called Farm Machinery. So it's the drummer World of Chaos, it's me, and then it's this kid Dylan who
Mm,
is our bassist. He kind of knows how to play bass.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, hey, it's play as much as you can, play everything, play stuff that you normally wouldn't because you never know. You might find something that
Mhm.
you excel at. It's like never, I tell people all the time, never pigeonhole themselves when writing music. Doesn't matter the genre. I love old country music. And a lot of people are like, no, it's the worst. And I'm like, there's so much depth and just structure and things ideas you can pull off of all of these other genres and other types of music. It's like never pigeonhole yourself because you never know. Music is should be only separated as bad and good. That's it. not
I
by uh,
like
not by genre. Yeah.
I like some like a little bit of old country. Um, but like I can't stand any of the like new country, the country pop or whatever.
It's yeah, a lot of it is very cookie cutter. But there's some stuff that's out there that I enjoy. It's got a lot of good hooks to it. Reminds me of almost they're using a same template because there's a strategy for marketing when doing bigger music like that where there's certain tones and notes and octaves that are incredibly pleasing to everybody, and that's what they use in like elevator music in the grocery store to keep people calm so they don't get wild, and that's what they write a lot of the music around is that algorithm, those notes and chords. So it's a that's another story for another time, but that's how they get that. That's how they get so popular.
I never knew that. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, okay, so as a fellow vocalist, what is your best piece of advice for other vocalists?
Ooh, hydrate. Water. Water, water, water. Sleep as much as you can. I'm not a big sleeper, but you have to hydrate. If you found your voice and you found your style and you enjoy doing it, don't change anything you're doing. There's people that do vocal lessons and it helps them, and there's some that don't do lessons and excel because of natural ability. Um, Hydrating keeps your body flushed and just keeps your cell repair going. The same thing for sleep. Sleep helps your body repair, while you're not awake. So sleep and hydration, those two things mainly, and uh, stay away from just things that will upset your stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably eat stuff that upsets my stomach too much on tour. So
Yep, I've done that. I've pooped on stage because it just happens when you have an upset stomach and the show must go on. So, take care of yourself. Try not to eat right before
yeah.
you sing either, because that's a whole group of muscles that you have to utilize and tense and contract. Yeah.
Mhm. I've I almost put myself while on stage. It was last December, not last December. So the December before this past December, December 2024. Um, I was really sick. I had like diarrhea, and I was just like shitting the whole time before we played. I would just like shit a little bit, then I would leave, and then I would come back and just shit a little bit.
Mm.
Um,
It
it was
happens.
it was horrible.
Yeah, the
Um,
show's got to go on. It happens.
yeah,
That's it.
my butt was bleeding. It
It's
was horrible.
I tried to get you to wear a diaper.
I wouldn't wear a diaper, but I didn't poop myself.
I
I
almost,
probably
I almost wore a diaper. I almost was thinking about considering at one point years ago, sick as hell on tour. I was in Europe somewhere. Pretty sure I had a insane infection, and it was just like, oh, got to get through it. Got to get through it. Sometimes you just can't. I, so Buffalo, when we were on Ozfest, the Buffalo date, I definitely pooped on stage and kicked it off into the crowd. So
Jesus
um,
Christ.
it was pretty disgusting, but I thought it was hysterical. And people still remind me of that. And they were like, oh my God. It was just, yeah. So,
You kicked it into the crowd,
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
like
shook it out and kicked it into the crowd.
intentionally.
Yes.
Well, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So gross. It was a different time. 20 years
Maybe
ago.
I
So,
feel like if like Ozzy did that or something, like the crowd just be like, "Woohoo!" They'd probably
oh,
love it.
they would be rich off of it, probably.
Yeah, they could put it in a jar, sell it for $1 million.
Gross. It'd be worth it. They try to clone him, pull his DNA off it. So,
Christ. Okay. Um. So I noticed Full Blown Chaos has a song with over 1 million listens on Spotify. How how did why did that one just get so much bigger than the others?
plus it's the first one.
Yeah,
So
I guess.
I mean, I could tell you a fake reason and I could tell you the real reason. So the fake reason is because the song is so good, it's amazing, this, that. I don't think we've ever played it live. Um, that song, because of how the algorithm is on Spotify, it happens to be the first song that shows up for some reason, even though it's on a later album. But that means that it's the first song that everybody listens to, that everybody that goes to our page to listen to it. So they get through that one song, and that's the first song, so it gets the most hits. That's almost every band. If you look, that's how it's normally set up when it's actively running. The first song will always
I,
have
I think
the
ours
most.
is either Erase from Existence or Poison Kitchen.
Not to I mean,
Yeah.
that's the real reason. That's the truth of it all. I mean, we do have a fairly large amount of streams, but they're organic. They're not paid for. A lot of people use bots, and it's really simple to uh, get an algorithm to just have it listening to specific tracks or visit the site, which a lot of these excuse me, of these other big bands, that's part of their marketing budget, and they pay for that, and it's not organic. It's not. It's unfortunate because really good bands get pushed out of that spotlight when they should be listened to. Um, yeah, but that's the reason behind it. It's the first song. It's there's definitely it's a great song. We rehearse it every once in a while when we get together, just because it's fun for us to play. Um, I don't know if we'll play it this time, but it's it was one of the kind of like the middle of our career. You know, we were deciding what we were going to do with music, so we just played whatever we enjoyed.
Yeah,
Yep.
cool. Ours has 2,900 listens, our top song, but I mean it only came out in May, so what is that? 8 months. Wait, so how many did we get per month? 8 months. Well, like a little under 400 listens a month, probably, right?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's all you need. See, a lot of to get your listeners up and stuff. It's all part of an algorithm. There's specific times to listen to where it'll push you up in volume to get you circulated. So with social media and everything, it's all tied together.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's I personally for um where I'm at in my musical journey, and it's like I don't care if anybody listens. It's I enjoy the music, so it's I know I like it, and that's good enough for me. Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
I enjoy
Um,
playing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, kind of the reason I do it. So it's just fun to play shows and stuff.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yep. It's cool having your own merch. I mean, having records and good tapes and CDs are cool. Shirts. We get to
Oh
pay for
yeah,
that by playing shows. So
that's
and
right.
travel. Yeah, we get to travel too.
Yep,
We
you get
don't.
to you get to see a lot of cool places. That's the one of the benefits and
Mhm.
things I wish I appreciated more when I had first started touring. It's I always thought it was cool, but it was definitely yeah, yeah. It's you definitely see things and places that 95% of people will never see or never go to because they just don't have the means. And being able to travel for music makes it even better because it's you're doing something you love in the process.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't taken a penny out for ourselves because we just put it all back into the band. Because, I mean, we got to pay for flights sometimes. We have to pay for merch. We have to pay for all this
Oh yeah.
stuff.
That's the thing. It's you know, there's a lot of bands that end up breaking up because they go broke because it's not a record deal, it's a record loan. You got to pay all that money back.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
yeah, it's difficult. It's you know, and as you get older and you have families, you have lives, a lot of people get stuck. They don't realize that going from playing so much music and just living that lifestyle, you know, you still need to end up with a real job, a real trade, something that will, you know, pay your bills because you can't always expect music to pay for that. It's if you don't do it for love and you do it for money, it's never gonna it's never gonna bless you the way it should.
Yeah, it's just not how it works.
Yes.
What was I about to say? I was, oh yeah, so we're gonna put another record out sometime this year. Hopefully, we're aiming for like April because we're doing a little tour there for 9 days. Starts in like it's not fully booked, but we have most of the shows booked. It'll start in like Tennessee and end go down like Louisiana, Alabama, and it'll end in Kansas City. No, St. Louis. I don't know. It's not fully done, but
It's a good St. Louis is a fun time. There used
yeah.
to be a venue there called Creepy Crawl. I don't know if it's still there. Uh,
Uh,
it's you know, they had Creepy Crawl was awesome. Pops, I think, might still be there in Sauget. That's like right outside of St. Louis. That place, we used to stop there all the time on tour. That was a cool spot. Big venue, 24-hour bar. Definitely a weird trucker spot. They had a train that went behind it. We used to put coins on the tracks all the time. So
Do that. Wait, why
it was
not?
cool. It was
Or the
fun. It was fun.
downstage. I done we've done like wait, I think we did like rocks once. Or just don't. Oh. Wait, why not though? Don't poop on stage and don't put anything on the train track.
I think Ray's a bad influence.
But very bad. Hey, yeah. It was different times. Different times. Don't follow suit.
Yeah. We've we've done zero we've played 17 states so far. So we've gone like up to Maine, surrounding areas. We've done Texas, we're doing Florida next month. That'll be a new
Awesome.
one. Then on that tour we should get like probably 4 or 5 new states.
Oh,
So
that's great.
it'll
Florida's
get us
fun.
to like 25. Not 25, like 23, something like that. Have you played all 50?
Not all 50. 48 continental. Haven't played Hawaii. Haven't played Alaska,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Those
So,
are most of the those are probably the hardest ones to get to. That's where we
yeah.
have a lot.
Yeah. Alaska is weird just for the fact that um, going up through Vancouver and then across, it's you kind of, if you're from the area, you get to, in that Pacific Northwest, you have more opportunity to play there. But being a touring band, a lot of times you get stopped. We were Full Blown was out with Fear Factory on the West Coast, and we were supposed to do a couple of more northern dates, and they wouldn't let us cross over into Vancouver for one reason or another from Washington. So we never made it up in that around area there. So unfortunately, I mean, I've been to Hawaii a couple of times, and there's definitely a scene. It's just it's a it's expensive to get out there and back, and that's something that maybe down the line before before everything is done. But
Mhm.
yeah, but those
Yeah.
type of shows are great.
I mean, I one of my goals is to play all 50. So I think once we get to like the once I get to play all 48, I'll just like I mean, I think I'll be willing to pay however much it costs to complete the 50.
That's awesome. That's a
Yeah,
good goal.
I mean, I feel like if we wanted to play Alaska, it would probably cost us like $2,000 or something like that. I think it's worth it though. I don't know how much is Hawaii. I don't know.
Flying in and out of Hawaii, especially if you depending on which island you go to. If you go to just Oahu, go in and out of Honolulu, there's definitely a big hardcore scene there. Just there's a lot of military bases and just a local scene and community, especially on that island. So, but that's it would be a little pricey, but
Yeah, for
bands have
sure.
done it. Bands have gone there.
I think
Hatebreed goes there every other year, I think.
I think DRI's done they've done all states because
I think they've
I
done
saw
all countries. They've done everything. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
they've probably played North Korea.
That's a hard one. Maybe
Nah, probably not.
maybe close enough. Probably. They,
Yeah.
that whole Indonesia. Like we've got a bunch of friends bands that are in and out of there often. Murphy's Law was there last year, and Fit for an Autopsy was just there. In that area. And it's kind of like skipping stones. It's if you do Japan, it's really you should try to figure out Indonesia. If you're doing that, you should try to figure out Australia. Just knock it all out. A lot of times an easier way instead of going back and forth. That'll end up costing more money.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I'd bet that I bet that DRI's probably played 100 countries. That'd be probably my guess.
easily. They probably played countries that aren't countries anymore for how
I
as
mean,
long as that they've been around.
yeah, I bet they've played the
That's
like USSR because I mean now it's just Russia.
yeah, when it was the ex-Soviet Union. Yep,
Yeah, they
probably.
probably played they're so old, I bet they've played the US when it was just the colonies.
Not that old.
I'm just joking. But
They might feel
um
like that sometimes, like they're that old.
maybe. Yeah.
But
Kurt's 63.
Yeah, Kurt's 63. So he's like last year he was 50 years older than me. But I wonder when he turned 64. Probably sometime. Yeah, I interviewed him last week.
well, that's
That was
awesome.
great. Yeah, all the DRI dudes are awesome, but yeah, I mean
But
I bet
and
they're
they played for so long.
yeah,
The
they
last
do an
time,
hour and a half.
yeah, the last time they were in Albany, it was a marathon. Just it was great.
Yeah.
Does he know that you filled in with them?
Do you know that I filled in with
Did you
them?
really?
Yeah, it
No, I
was
didn't. Oh, that's
crazy.
awesome.
Okay,
It's the
so
craziest story ever.
World of Chaos filled in, not filled in. World of Chaos opened for DRI in Frederick, Maryland, and Spike had this like had to get surgery or he had a medical emergency. It was like kidney stones or something. I don't know. Um, so I played like 7 songs with them in Frederick, Maryland, and then the next night in Philly, I did like half the set. So it was
Oh,
like
that's
10 songs.
awesome.
It was amazing.
See,
I peaked,
that's the type of stuff
yeah,
that
I peaked at 13.
Yeah, I peaked at 13. Don't know if I can get much better than that.
oh, you will. You 100% will. That's awesome though. That's
Maybe.
doing it. You know what? That's the community that should be there, taking care of each other and just filling in when you need it. I've done it a couple of times where I've helped other bands and just, sometimes you gotta, if the music or you can learn the music fast enough and, the show must go on. That's,
Mhm.
we've had that experience. Um, I've had that experience with Full Blown where, we were out on tour and, I did a bunch of like First Blood songs, did um I filled in for Since the Flood, did a tour or two with them vocally. And even though it's, not the same style, it's like, it's different music. It's still, it's gotta, canceling a tour sucks. So filling in and helping somebody fill in is always, always awesome. It's always like good karma to do. We played a show, we were on tour. It was Brick by Brick with I think it was one of the Rebellion tours. Madball, Depth Before Dishonor, Iron Reagan, and a bunch of others. And Slope, I believe, was on it too. And um, uh, Iron Reagan was having an issue. Tony was sick. He was super sick, couldn't play the show. And a bunch of us just stepped up that day. And we just like, yeah, well, we know a bunch of, most of the guys are municipal waste guys. Also. So we were able
Yeah.
to get it all figured out. And we did. And the show was great. It's like, if you don't play, you don't get paid. So we're all on buses, so we had to, it's like, hey, we got to make sure this show goes, get Tony what he needed, get him all healthy, and we all had a great time just filling in and playing those songs. It was just you do what you got to do. Everybody does it.
Yeah, sick of it all. That happened with them like 2 years ago in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Lou couldn't sing, so he was like, "Well, we're gonna have to cancel the show." I did a couple songs. My dad did a couple songs. The some of the Life Agony was on tour with them. Some of the crew did some songs. It was cool.
Oh, that's awesome. See, that's how you keep, you keep everybody going. Rising tide lifts all ships. So it's as long as you take care of each other, it'll benefit everyone in the long run. whether it's, on a karma level or just opportunities that open up because you were available for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Okay, in your experience, what makes a show good versus great versus bad?
Oh, good versus great. Let's do that first. So, a good show is any show I get to play, any show I'm able to perform and just get. It's. It might sound selfish. It's not. It's very cathartic for me. It's like I like to be able to perform. I get all that frustration out, and that's first. So that's always a good show. When it's a great show is when it comes back. So when there's crowd participation, when there's no hangups, where the sound is good, and even when the sound isn't good, sometimes the venues, their sound gets beat up, like it just happens. If you're using somebody else's gear or whatever it is, there's like a bar backline or something in the venue. It's it could sound awful, but depending on the crowd participation, it can end up being a great show, even if the sound's not exactly where you want it. Bad show. Bad show is normally when when people don't put their phones down. So that's a bad show for me. All right, I'm not going to say this because it's a bad influence to say, but it's uh there's I get people taking pictures, but when they sit there and record the whole thing looking through their phone, they're missing the experience of the show. They're
Yeah.
missing all the energy, they're missing all the nuances. It's like, yeah, you got it on video, but that to me when I see that, that makes it a bad show for me. That makes it a bad show overall. When uh, when the venue doesn't care about the bands that are playing, that's a problem too because especially when you're on tour, it's our every a venue, a club is an oasis for a band that's on tour on the road. You're far from home. You want somewhere that's comfortable. You want somewhere where you can just relax for a little bit, and you know that the sound is going to be good. Hospitality is there. Whether you're getting most of the time it used to be like a couple of pizzas or the promoter would bring, $5 worth of pasta for everybody to eat. You want something that is going to be, you want a meal, you want to be able to take a breath and relax. You want to be able to just decompress from the travel. So that's when that's not available, it could there's more opportunity for it to be a bad show because you're not rested, you're not able to give 100%, even though you have to find it within you to give 100%. There's more often than not, unfortunately, there's a lot of those opportunities, but some, of things like that happening. But there's a lot of experiences where, hey, I got to play a junkyard. Hey, I got to play, the back room of a strip club and this and that. It's like things that you would never experience. It's like, hey, I played this guy's basement and it was one of the best shows I've ever had in my life. And it ended up being you never know. So that's the upside of it. It's like, wherever you're comfortable, if you're comfortable there, then it stops it from being a bad show. So that's a bad show for me is if I'm not comfortable, if the gear and the sound isn't taken care of, if they're not taking care of their employees to where it's like you can communicate, that makes it a bad show. So like if there's not good communication between the person running the door, the security, the bartenders, people that are in charge of production, if it's at that level, depending on the larger venues like the House of Blues venues, comparatively down to all the little DIY spots. You want a good coalescence all around. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
Um,
lot. I'm sorry.
what are the weird shows we've played? Are there any like weird, really weird venues we've done?
Nothing too weird. axe throwing place?
Oh, we played an axe throwing place.
Oh, hell yeah.
Played a pizza shop. We played. That was in.
A lot
So
of
axe
basements.
throwing was in. No, I mean not a lot. We played a couple basements.
Pizza shops rule because like Jerry's Pizza in Bakersfield,
Ooh,
like there's a lot of places. There used to be a spot in Columbus, Ohio, that we played the basement, but the pizza upstairs was dynamite. So of course everybody's always that's a good show. I know I'm gonna have good pizza. So
yeah.
it's things like that that'll make it a good spot.
So we played this. Yeah, we played this pizza shop in Sterling, Virginia. So it's right outside of DC. It's called Emilio's, and the apparently the pizza shop didn't know there was a show that day. So we told them, and they just started like cooking all these pizzas because whenever they have shows, they sell a lot of pizza
Oh,
because people are just all the kids at the show are just buying pizza. So they just start cooking. They start working overtime. So, but it was a great show.
that's a definitely there. I mean, it's an opportunity. They'll make money. The show will be good. People will be fed. I know when I'm fed, I'm happy. That's where there was a what is it? Vino's in Little Rock, Arkansas, was a spot that.
We're playing there.
Oh, you playing there?
We are.
Awesome. You're gonna have such a good time. The sound is awesome. Low stage.
April
Oh
9th.
yeah,
Yeah,
April 9th.
April 9th should be really fun. That's a new state. That's gonna
that
be
place has been there forever. It's a staple. So that's another thing too. Like getting to play um different states, but there's specific venues. Like getting that under your belt also is a repertoire. It's definitely a good thing because that place has been there forever, forever, and it's a great room. You're gonna have a good time there. The food is dynamite.
wow.
That's
Yes, that's great.
I'm
We
excited for you because it's one of those places that it's it has its own crowd. It has people come there for shows all the time. Like people just show up. It was kind of like a almost like a CBGB style because you can it no matter what band is there, people will be there, and you get to play in front of people that are coming to see you, and you get to play in front of people that are all new ears. So you get to steal fans.
yeah.
It's
Um,
awesome.
there was we played a burger place in New Hampshire. That was cool. I feel like there was one like a really weird one.
I can't remember.
I
Get
don't
on with
know.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it comes to me, I'll say it, but I feel like there was something really weird. Okay. Where do you live and did you grow up there?
Oh, nowadays I'm in Albany, New York. I didn't grow up here, but I'm from Brooklyn originally, so Coney Island. So I grew up there, but here I've been coming to shows here long before I started playing music. We used to come up here, take the train or the bus up to Albany and catch shows at Valentines and come up to QE2 and do all that. So that was because there were a lot of great bands out here. So and especially and down in the city also. Brooklyn we had Crazy Country Club, we had Lemoore. So Lemore's it was a staple. So for going to see shows, especially young, we had Bond Street Cafe, CB's, we had the Pyramid. It was just there were so many great places. Castle Heights was a staple. Everybody could get to Voodoo Lounge. PWAC. Out in Long Island, it was Bay Club in Staten Island. It's like it was a good, there, man. There was so many. I grew up around there, and it was easy to get to shows. It was easy to get to shows and do things. So, but up here's a little different. Up here's a little different. It was a little more separated out. Um, upstate's strange.
You said a voodoo shop. That's what it was. We're playing in New Orleans. We're playing a voodoo shop. So that
Voodoo
should
Shop in New Orleans.
yeah. I had yeah, it's a bunch of spiritual stuff should be really cool. I'm excited for
Oh
that one.
yeah, that goes with the area. So it's a that's a New Orleans is beautiful. There's a lot of great music out of there. There's a lot of great soul out of there. Like just the vibe is cool. It's you'll definitely have a good, there's a good scene down there too.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited for that one.
yeah,
Uh,
Land of Crowbar,
yeah, yeah,
that's my favorite.
yeah. Crowbar is awesome. We Farm Machinery, my death metal band, we covered to build a mountain a couple times.
Awesome,
Yeah, kind of.
awesome.
I just realized you got the beard like Kirk.
Oh, that's the racing stripe. That's the that's the yeah he yeah we it's funny because I get people are always like, oh, you remind me of. I'm like, yeah. He's jacked as hell right now though. He is super fit in his older age. So I need to follow suit. It's
I I really want to see them, but they're like the closest show is in like Virginia, and it's like far south in Virginia.
mm,
Or so
it's
yeah,
worth seeing them. They're probably they it's outside of touring with them. They are one of the bands that I pulled so much influence from. Just their their tone is unmatched. It's
yeah,
there's just something that it I don't know it
there's
primal.
two.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
So good. Great people. So it's oh yeah. They're
yeah,
they're fantastic.
they're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too far for me. It's too far for you to drive me. Because if I could drive, I would totally be going. But
All
yeah,
right, driving you on tour, that's enough.
it's okay.
I get it. I get it.
You're lucky we drive you on tour.
I know. Crowbar's just so good though. But it's I mean, I bet they'll be touring. You can like I mean, Kirk just loves touring.
Oh, that's that's they've found their thing, and he gets to tour with his wife Robin, so he has his family with him.
Yeah.
That's and he has his road family. You meet people, some of the best friendships and relationships I've created and cultivated over the past 50 years I've been alive have just been through touring and music and just you link with people on the road and they end up being lifelong friends, they end up being extended family. It's you never know, so it's when you for when bands have longevity, they end up it's almost a family reunion going on tour because you get to see all these people you normally wouldn't.
Yeah. I hope I can get Kirk on my podcast someday.
Oh, you 100% can.
He's awesome.
You 100% can. I'll drop him a message.
That'd be amazing.
I
Thank you so much.
100% can. He would. I'm pretty sure he would be all about it.
Cool. That'd be awesome.
Oh
Um
yeah.
all right. What do you do outside of music for a living?
So nowadays, I make wine. So I do honey wine in Albany. I I've switched the scope from uh, drinking to getting people drunk. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it's something I'm good at. It's I like creating organic libations for people so they're not poisoning themselves.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's not for everyone, but it's if they're going to drink, I rather them have something that will not hurt their bodies fully in the long run.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
Um, all right. What was the first punk metal or hardcore show you went to, and how old were you?
So I don't remember what the exact first was, but I remember there was a bunch of different ones. I remember cutting out of school and going into the city and passing by CBGBs, and there would be bands there rehearsing and doing all kinds of stuff all the time. Um, I know that Helmet was definitely one of the first um, shows that was probably the first show that I went to at CB's. It was Helmet, and I think it was White Zombie before they were White Zombie. So opening, and that had to be one of them. There was definitely Tramps. I think I went and saw Sick of It All at Tramps. Uh, Another one was Marauder with Minus at Crazy Country Club. And that was forever ago, before he had left originally. Yeah, oh yeah, it was definitely uh, you know, AF Madball Wetlands. So maybe that could have been one of them too. It was definitely, almost definitely out in Fort Hamilton. All the underground shows, um, Indecision, uh, Backslap, um, wow, just Bible Black and Piston, all these, back in the '90s and definitely earlier than that. Indecision was probably one of the first bands, had to have been at that time for me, and that they are still probably one of my favorites. Um, yeah, so I think that would probably be it. It's hard to pinpoint a specific one at this point, but because there's been so many. There's
Yeah.
been so many. A lot of it just kind of melds and blends all together. So it's yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it had to have been early on in high school or even before. It had to have been Indecision was definitely one of them. Indecision, Purge, uh, early VOD, super early on. Um, so good stuff. Still Suit was definitely one of them. Um, Fahrenheit 451. Murphy's Law, obviously. They used to throw everybody on a show and just and just who cares what the genre is, and it would be wild. It would be absolutely wild. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's a good you know a good starting point for that.
Yeah, I love Murphy's Law. We try to catch them anytime they're close to us.
Oh yeah, there we had an opportunity. We played last month for Brendan. So he plays in Murphy's Law. We played it up in Rochester. It was Sheer Terror, Brick by Brick, and Murphy's Law. It was fantastic. It was a great time. So it was definitely a lot of fun. Oh, it fell again.
Yeah, Jimmy's a goof. He's awesome, but he's a goofball for sure.
Well, he likes to have a good time. He
Yeah.
knows, he doesn't take himself too seriously, and he he is great. All their new stuff is fantastic. So their new stuff is new material that they've written is dynamite. So it'll be it's nice to see a resurgence and everybody doing more things.
Yeah, we played the Bowery Electric next to CBGB's. So that
Mm,
was really cool that in December. I kind
yeah,
of like I kind of hate how like they turned it into like a fashion store and it's
yeah.
like everything there is like $1,000. It's kind of ridiculous.
Well, it's for people that have fake money. I don't like it. I don't care for it. It's that was one of the first shows that I ever played in one of my very first bands was at CBGB's. So it was, so just seeing it, what it's become, it's sad. It's sad,
Right.
but everything changes.
Like it's like the complete opposite idea. It went from like it's just not like they try to keep it like kind of keep they use it as like an aesthetic basically.
Hmm.
I think it's really dumb. And they have like guitars and they have a drum set up, so it's supposed to look like a punk rock thing, but it's like it's the setup is so funny, it's so wrong. It's like the floor tom is like way behind where you'd sit. The
Oh
like
yeah.
is
Oh
like
yeah.
in front of the kick drum. It's ridiculous.
I've seen so many amazing shows at CB's, and to where it was. I think one of the best shows I've ever seen there was Machine Head, and it was absolutely insane. It was just we would go there for shows, and, and just we'd lose our minds. We'd lose our minds. It's 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 a shame that it's not still there, but I feel like you wouldn't be with this the way the world is now. It wouldn't be as crazy as the shows could be. So there needs to be a resurgence of the love for the show itself.
Yeah. Um. All right. If you could tell your 14-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell him?
Oh, um, invest in Bitcoin. Um, let's see. Let's see. That's I was thinking about that one. Um, keep keep on the right path, especially with music. Appreciate the friendships you make on the road while doing music. I know a lot of people be like, "Don't join a band and this and that." That no, music chooses you, and that's how that is. When you're supposed to play music, it never leaves you, and it chooses you early on. So appreciate the places that you get to travel to. I would there were some places I wish I would have I I would have been more appreciative of. So I probably would tell myself that. Um, definitely take better care of the world around us, and just to be a better person if I could. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add before we wrap it up?
Yeah. Music is is an act of service. So it's a lot of people start doing music because they want to create and they want to have something that will stand the test of time. You know, one of the things that we have in history, historically, is music, and it goes from either word of mouth to recorded versions to having music written down, whether it's notes, tablature, scores, sonnets. Um, Music is timeless, and it's also it's a blessing not only for the person creating it, but for how many people it touches, and for those that it helps. um Without music, I wouldn't be alive. 100%. I know that there are songs that I've written that 20, 30 years ago that I go back to, and I'm like, wow, I wrote that for me now. And I didn't know it. I didn't know it. And that's something that, when you're creating, keep in mind. Definitely, you being a musician yourself, um, keep writing, keep creating, keep singing, keep moving forward with it, because you never know when something you've created is going to touch somebody in a way that it'll help them live. It'll help them create music themselves. So it's infectious. It's you want it to be communicable. Um and just, and don't get discouraged, and just, be, do music for you first, but do it also for the love that, somebody else is going to enjoy this also. And that's what you have to keep in mind. I always used to say that I did music for me, and I 100%. I do it for me. But I also do it for those that I know need it and might find a way to pull from it. So that's that's my closing statement. It's service. Keep of service.
Nice. All right. Thanks to Ray for joining me today, and thanks to all of you for watching or listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Till next week, bye.